Hello most amazing top teners, how are you beauties doing today? Well, I hope. I'm Rebecca Felgate, and today we are talking the top 10 most prolific Hollywood actors of all time. I just want to let you know that if we looked at the raw statistics, this list would be made up almost entirely of males, which perhaps shows you the shelf life Hollywood appropriates to females. To avoid this video being a total sausage fest, I'm giving you the top 5 female actresses and the top 5 male actors in the most Hollywood movie films. Coming in at number 10, we have Bette Davis. Bette Davis is regarded as one of the greatest actresses in Hollywood history, as well as being one of the most prolific. Bette is best known for her roles in All About Eve, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, Of Human Bondage, Marked Woman, Watch on the Rhine, and many, many more. Literally, many more. The starlet was in no less than 123 movies throughout her career, which was once in jeopardy as she fled her contract at Warner Brothers. The two-time Academy Award winner continued her career up until her death from breast cancer in 1989, aged 81 years old. Her final film role was as Miranda Pierpoint in Larry Cohen's Wicked Stepmother. Coming in at number 9, we have Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel! What a legend! And a busy legend at that. Having featured in 148 movies, Samuel L. Jackson is a household name. He also never seems to age. What's his secret? The 68-year-old is the youngest alive male on this list and doesn't show any signs of stopping yet. Starting his career in the 1970s, Jackson didn't hit the big time until the 1990s when he starred in Jungle Fever, Jurassic Park, and of course Pulp Fiction. Over the past 30 years, Jackson has starred in Star Wars Episodes 1, 2, and 3, Deep Blue Sea, The 51st State, Kill Bill Volume 2, Inglourious Basterds, The Hateful Eight, Django Unchained, many Marvel movies, and of course, Snakes on a Plane. This list of classics has made Samuel Jackson the second highest grossing movie star of all time. He's won a BAFTA, but he's never won an Academy Award, which I think is practically criminal. Get that man a Lifetime Achievement Award immediately. In at number 8, we have Susan Sarandon. The only current active actress on this list, 70-year-old Susan Sarandon looks fantastic for her age and is still very prolific in the film industry. Susan's first movie was in Joe in 1970, but her breakthrough role came in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Susan has also starred in popular movies Atlantic City, Thelma and Louise, Dead Man Walking, Bull Durham, The Witches of Eastwick, and many more. Susan has appeared in around 125 movies and counting, and has even earned herself an Academy Award and a BAFTA award in her time. Susan's next role is actually playing Bette Davis, our number 10 on this list. In at number 7, we have Donald Sutherland. Most of you will know Donald most recently as the evil President Snow in the Hunger Games movie. What you may not know is that the Canadian actor is one of the most prolific actors in Hollywood. 81-year-old Donald has featured in 172 movies and counting. He started his career in the 60s but won his breakthrough role as Captain Benjamin Franklin in the 1970s MASH. Since then, he has starred in hits like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, The Great Train Robbery, Bear Island, Ordinary People, JFK, A Time to Kill, Space Cowboys, The Italian Job, Pride and Prejudice, and more. Sutherland has also had a very prolific career in television, winning an Emmy and several Golden Globes in his time. In at number 6, we have Patty Duke. Sadly passing away aged 69 in 2016, the Academy Award-winning actress shot to fame when she was just 16 years old as she played Helen Keller in The Miracle Worker in 1962. Patty has made 137 movies and acting appearances, which, I mean, is pretty darn impressive. Aside from her role as Helen Keller, Duke is known for Valley of the Dolls and Me, Natalie. Patty also had a hearty career in television too. Coming in at number 5, one of my favourite voice actors ever, we have James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones has featured in over 180 movies. You will probably know this 86-year-old American veteran actor best as the voice of Darth Vader in Star Wars and Mufasa in The Lion King. Earl started his career on stage, winning himself a Tony Award. Then he made his move into movies in Stanley Kubrick's Dr. Strangelove, How I Learned to Stop Worrying, and Love the Bomb. He also featured in classics such as Conan the Barbarian, Field of Dreams, and The Patriot Games. However, James Earl Jones is best known for his voice roles, having lent his booming tones to many a film. He was even given the Academy Honorary Award in 2011.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Coming in at number 4, we have Florence Lawrence. What a name! Florence Lawrence was a Canadian-American starlet of the golden age of silent movies, starring in around 250 in her time. Of course, it is worth mentioning here that the number of silent films will always be higher than the feature length, as they were much shorter and quicker to turn around. But they were still very big in Hollywood at the time. Florence Lawrence is often referred to as the first movie star and was the leading lady for Biograph Studios. The height of her career was during the 1910s, and her defining role was in Biograph Studios' Resurrection. Her career spanned around 20 years, after which roles started to dry up, and Lawrence was plagued with tragedy following the sudden death of her husband and her mother. Sadly, she committed suicide in 1938, aged just 48. Coming in at number 3, we have Mary Pickford. Mary Pickford has 251 acting credits to her name, most of which are from appearing in Hollywood movies. Born in 1892, Pickford began her career at the right time as silent cinema began to flourish. Known as America's Sweetheart, Pickford was actually Canadian. The absolute star of cinema throughout the 10s and 20s and beyond, Pickford earned herself the nickname Queen of the Movies. Her most successful movie was arguably 1929's Croquette, for which she won an Academy Award. Pickford retired from making movies in the early 30s, but turned to writing and producing. She was also one of the founding members of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. She has also earned herself a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Well earned, I say. Coming in at number 2, one of Britain's finest, we have Christopher Lee. Christopher Lee was one of the most prolific actors to have ever lived, appearing in 244 movies, earning himself a Guinness World Record title. The British actor was active between 1946 and up until his death in 2015. In his career spanning almost 70 years, he starred in many horror films. He's best known for his roles as Count Dracula, Count Dooku in Star Wars, Saruman in Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, and also as baddie Francisco Scaramanga in James Bond. My favourite Christopher Lee movie is probably The Wicker Man, but of course there are other absolute classics such as Hound of the Baskervilles, Sleepy Hollow, and Hugo. He was such a babe. How did he manage 244 movies? What an absolute champ. I for one cannot believe he never won an Oscar. Criminal. Coming in at number 1, we have one of the most famous actors of all time from the golden era of Hollywood. We have Oliver Hardy. Oliver Hardy starred in over 400 movies. Can you actually believe it? How did he have the time? One of Hollywood's earliest stars, Oliver Hardy partnered up with Stan Laurel to become the infallible duo Laurel and Hardy. Together the pair starred in over 100 movies between 1927 and 1951 and were very much the stars of the golden era of silent film. Oliver Hardy made his first movie in 1914 called Unwitting Dad, and his most famous Laurel and Hardy offerings included Way Out West, Sons of the Desert, and Flying Deuces. Hardy made many films of his own too. Although he didn't win any awards, he does have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, so he's immortalized. Wow guys, I am so impressed by the number of movies these people have been in. Do you think that any living actor these days will ever be able to top this list? Let me know in the comments section down below. Also do let me know who your favourite Hollywood star or star man is in the comments section below. I'm Rebecca Felgate, this has been Most Amazing Top 10. If you like this video, make sure you give us a good thumbs up, share it with a friend, and of course stay subscribed to Most Amazing Top 10 for more top 10 lists, and I will see you next time.